Attorney Better has a number of items as well.
Mr. Better.
Thank you, Judge.
Honestly, go fuck yourself, sir. You don't say that, okay? You don't lose a trial where a jury acquits someone and finds them overwhelmingly not guilty and say, I gave my sincere obligation to look into this, and I'm telling you all I saw when she's guilty. Again, respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Swear again like that. That was, no, I mean, whatever. That was, I shouldn't have done that.
A few moments later.
You, as a prosecutor, have got to be out of your fucking mind.
Nose.
Dude, Jimmy, look at those ears.
The ears don't bother me as much.
No, I don't trust a man. I don't trust a man with a lobe like that. No,
really,
not a fucking chance.
The mouth is butthole to me.
Very thin, paper thin.
The nose.
Oh, the nose.
The brows.
Well, listen, I will tell you though, I kind of like a fucked up nose on a guy.
Like a big old honker. Like a big nose.
old nose. Give me that big bitch. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm into it.
Come over here. Cluck, cluck.
Yeah.
I see some chickens that went moving on up in my biz, cluck, cluck. You gotta be with the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, kids.
And I go, oop, clutch, clench, kegel. We did it all. And I go, oh, and what happened? And they go, well, we just got 4,000 plus pages, bitch. And I said, stop it. Show me it. Take me to Unimpound Town immediately, if not sooner. So what happens?
The bitch is here.
Why are you at a football game? Are you a Fonz correspondent?
Well, no, because it's only for men over 30. Okay? Have a great night, boys. Fuck off.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Hey, Blues Clues, motherfucker.
Good morning, lovies. Happy Friday. It is March 27th, 2025. How are we? How are we? How are we? We have some big news that happened yesterday afternoon. Judge Karp, he read from the bench that Kelsey Fitzsimmons was not guilty. And at that moment, I felt elated for her. I felt like a presence that Judge Karp's words spoke volumes. And now that victory that Kelsey got yesterday in court, a criminal victory, now we need to manifest and continue to support her in her family court calamity. That everything needs to come to light. What has been done in the dark in North Andover, Massachusetts, needs to come to light. And I got to tell you, lovies, it's coming. It is coming. And I am ready, pumped, if you will. I laughed, I cried, I bought the t-shirt. I did all the things while I was anticipating and waiting for Judge Karp to come back. At first, we thought it was 1 o'clock. Then it's 1:30. Then Aiden tweets out, it's going to be 2 o'clock. He reads it. I go, Jesus, take the wheel. I didn't want it to go all the way to today, except I would have been there today. I couldn't be there for the rest of the week. So, knife, that I wasn't able to. But I know that there has to be a feeling of excitement of the future for Kelsey now. Her family must have had, for the first night since June 30th, 2025, a good night's sleep. I'm talking about her mother. I'm talking about her father. I'm talking about her siblings. This doesn't just affect Kelsey, Justin, and their baby, most importantly, but it's the ripple effects of everyone else. And that is palpable. It's powerful. And she will rise. Okay? And that's what we're here for. Each other. Okay. Good morning, Caitlin Ann. Hello, Lovey. And good morning to everyone. How we got Robin. Hello, Robin. Talk to me, baby. Robin sent me an email days ago about a Tiny Punch the Monkey. I love Tiny Punch. I know you have issues reading them. Find it, please. Punch needs you. Did I read it? Did I? Is this the one that he's like going to be in the boom with Mr. Betterow? Oh, I have to get like something, guys. If it's, I probably have to get like a PO box. Can I give my address? Is that weird? That's probably weird. Okay, I'm going to work on that. I will read it though. Robin, thank you. I do have issues. She has issues. That is not one of them, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so I wanted to get into just the important parts because we know the ending here. But I only did day 1 recap because my life is a dumpster fire at all times. My dad, people have things going on. And I am the person who gets all of it. So I did watch everything, and I had a couple of highlights that I thought we would want to go over of like what stood out to me during testimony and during trial of specific humans. So first one I'm going to go with is Nunan, all right? Because this mother humper is something. And this clip specifically I had posted on X, but we'll go over this. And then I want to talk about Michelle, that bitch. We got a lot to say about her. Houston, I had mixed feelings. Houston, we have a problem. We know it. But I was very conflicted on that man. And I really liked Judge Karp kind of calling out the prosecution and saying, well, now we have conflicting stories. And then get into Kelsey's testimony because it started in a way, lovies, that I was like, holy shit, is this a good thing? I didn't know because Tim Bradle, God love him. He's a leader, but he's also leading on the stand because he's so passionate. But Kelsey's cross, I've never seen anything like it. It was incredible. And specific moments in her testimony, like, moved me deeply. And I believe that she told the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. She was unrattled. She was unwaverable. She stood and did not change one bit in her tone, her tenor, her demeanor, her facial expressions. You can't hide that shit. And then when Judge Karp reads his verdict, I want to go back because the trolls, the antis will say to me, oh, you dumb bitch. He also said that Nunan was credible, but he didn't. He said he found Kelsey credible. And then he mentions Nunan, but doesn't say that about him. So let's see. All right, let's add Nunan. Let's add the old man from Up, which has ruined the movie. Maybe. Anytime now. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. It's not working. Huh. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. Is she new? Add to stage. Okay, I'm lost. Where am I? I'm lost? Okay. What is happening? Hello? Jesus. Take the wheel. Remove it. Okay. All right. Well, we're not doing that clip then. Just kidding. I'll have to do it through X. Sorry, guys. Oh, she's not a genius. Oh, she has problems with tech. You don't say. Happy morning time to all of you and me. Son of a nerd. I'm a nerd. What a dork. Figure out how to work a computer, Kim. Get a laptop or a desktop that's for, people with issues. Do you or someone you love have technological challenges? Yes. Are you a millennial but identify as a boomer? Sure do. Okay. Let us find it. Big? Oh, not make it that big. Oh, God. Okay, hold on, guys. Sorry. I'm done. I'm going to do it. Here we go. Now I'm adding. Am I adding? Present. Share a screen. Jesus. Share it. Oh, none of it's going to share today. Okay. Huh. Oh, that's true. Oh my God. Marissa says, actually, dorks know how to use the computers. Kimmy, you're wrong. Okay, so babes, hey, funny story. Nothing will add to the stage. Before presenting a screen, remove other media. Oh, okay, remove. Add. Oh, there we go. Okay, she did it. All right, figured it out. On your mark, get set. Officer involved shooting on 6:30. Nunan was first questioned on 7/3 about the events that transpired. He was, quote, left alone until then while Kelsey fought for her life at Mass General Hospital. Bradal masterclass in the most pregnant of pauses. Loved it. Obsessed. Now, what I will say is this, is yes, there's a cool down policy, right? Like there's a cool down policy that is supposed to be in place. However, you heard from Lieutenant Daly. You heard from Houston that he was asked and he made statements on the very same day. So which one is it? Which one? Did he have until 7/3 to get his head together to cool down? Or was he talking and already making his story on June 30th? Let's see. What are your thoughts?
Prepping your testimony.
On this past Thursday.
Well, you probably started prepping your testimony about 5 minutes after the shooting, didn't you?
No.
When was the first time you were questioned about what happened?
I think July 3rd.
So everyone left you alone until July 3rd?
Yes.
Diet Coke. Well, was that uncomfortable? Yes, it is. Babes, I was like, oh no, stop it. Make it stop. He starts moving around. He's fiddling. He's fidgeting. He's like, oh yeah, I was left alone. Cool. Crafting his story, Robin J. Absolutely. And so uncomfy. Lindsay, I was the most uncomfortable that I had been in quite a long time. And I think that it was an incredible job by Tim Bradel in painting the picture of what happened. And I'll tell you this, Nunan was not very likable. Now, I mean, who is likable? Do you have to be? I guess maybe not. But there was something about him that felt off. And I was so surprised today. Hold on. I see a tweet and I'm like, this can't be real. It can't be real. It's impossible. It is someone was taking a screenshot of Mike Crawford's channel. And I can't authenticate if this is actually accurate, but let me go to Mary B, the other Mary B, her account, and look. Okay. The other Mary B. It was this. Okay, so this is like from his YouTube. And it's like Leah Janduso, Nan, actual Nan, not fake Nan, actual Nan. And these are the comments. And I guess he had Nina on, Deidre, like, which, okay, we're going down that path. But Nan said, I called it, needed a jury. And I'm like, but Kelsey was found not guilty. Did she think Kelsey was guilty? And then someone else said, yes, I agree, Nan. Another person said, you did, Nan. Hello. And then Leah Janduso wrote, knowing Pat, meaning Patrick Nunan, it said, he wouldn't lie and shoot her for nothing. And you don't shoot a suspect who is pointing the gun at their head. Huh. Yeah, you're not supposed to. You're definitely not supposed to shoot someone if they have a gun, a pew-pew at their own head. Because that was just clearly a self-harm situation. You have Officer Nunan, who is a SWAT team trained tactical maneuverer for 20-something years. He is everything. He knows, he's one of the most senior officers in his department. He worked in Lawrence, which also, sidebar, shade to the city of Lawrence. Big up Lawrence. Love ya. Okay. Did home care in Lawrence forever. And, you know, they don't talk about communities. It was disparaging. It was like, oh, Lawrence, crime in Lawrence, which, like, duh, it's definitely different than North Andover. But it felt like, oh, okay. So, anywho, he has all this training, all this experience. He says that he's 3 feet away from Kelsey at one point. Then he lies, or he lies at one point or another, because then he says he was 15 feet from her. So which is it? Which is it, my guy? And also, he said his dominant hand was right. And Aiden posted a picture of him signing something with his left hand. And it wasn't like, you know how, like, sometimes you would say to somebody, hey, look, I can write with my other hand. I know a boy lefty writing when I see it. I know how they do the weird fucking thing. I'm a lefty girl, but we write normal. But lefty boys do the like curve with their hand. You know what I mean? Like, it's like whatever to write it, like, and they smudge. He's a lefty. And I don't know, maybe that's something like, if I'm a lefty, but I bat righty, do you shoot righty? I don't know. Things you think. Here it is. Marissa says he went from 3 feet to 5 feet to 7 feet and then 15 feet. Either way, Marissa, his first shot missed. Found itself in an AC unit. Huh. Awkward. I don't like it. And then there was issues or concerns with him saying, was it in rapid succession, the shots, or were you giving commands in between? And I found it very interesting that Houston said that he heard him say, Kelsey, but nothing about don't do it. And I still go back, lovies, to day one's testimony. There was 11 witnesses total. But in day one, when Lieutenant Daly said that she was on the ground after being shot, after he ran up those stairs to find her, wrapping her in gauze. That's another thing. After he checked her exit wound, and she said, I'm sorry, I just want to die. That was palpable for me. That made Kelsey's story make sense even more. And all of these cops were just trying to make a square peg fit in a round hole. Because I think truly it was a panic. He panicked, Nunan. And then he assumed that that gunshot wound to the chest would take her out. And like Mr. Betterow said on Sunday service, then there would have been a further internal investigation into it. And so he needed to make sure that he had the right to do what he did in the event that she passed away. Thank God she lived. And Jessica says, no one interviews Kelsey. They were making a story around Kelsey being the person who pew-pewed first. Truth. And why was Kelsey never questioned? And yet I still go back and see, Lovies, she wasn't indicted. They found a no true bill on attempted murder. Like, and you still went forward because you had to. I feel like the DA had to. Because if they didn't, what were you going to say? You have a 28-year-old mother who was shot in the chest by a fellow officer. If you didn't go forward with what you said happened or what the North Andover Police Department and Officer Nunan said, that was going to be problematic from, head for the tippity top of that DA's office all the way down. And there still will be ripple effects. Okay. I'm going to get the clip of Michelle because it's not up yet. But these are new.
Thank you. I have nothing else. During order 209A, and also.
Oh.
Thank you. I have nothing else. During order 209A, and also get temporary custody of the child. Okay. And at any point, did you see the defendant in the area of Hunter's house? Yes. Can you tell us about that? Yes. I witnessed her drive by Hunter's house. Okay. Thank you. I have nothing else.
Good afternoon, Ms. Mitchell.
Good afternoon.
A couple questions. You said that you spoke with Kelsey?
Thank you. I have nothing else. During order.
Oh.
Thank you. I have nothing else.
Stop. First of all, she's not nice.
During order 209A.
I'll tell you that. This bitch, I don't like her. Michelle Mitchell, never trust a girl that has two first names or a man. But I go, oh, you were in the wedding party? And why are you snipping at Bradle? Oh, the way she snips, the way she snaps, the way she collapse. I said, wowzer, Lady Jane, calm down. And her face, she's mean mugging.
Good afternoon, Ms. Mitchell.
Good afternoon.
A couple questions. You said that you spoke with Kelsey on 6/30/25?
That is correct.
And she told you that she was driving around. She said that she was meeting Justin, right?
No, she was not meeting Justin.
Did you say meeting Justin?
I thought you said meeting.
I did. Wasn't she going to meet Justin?
That was what I understood from Justin, but she didn't tell me that on the phone.
Okay, she said that she needed Justin?
Meeting or needing? You need to clarify that for me.
I think I said needed. She said she needed Justin?
Needed Justin, that is correct.
Okay, so just, let's put that over here. And she had also told you that day that she was meeting
At the
Justin,
ring light,
right?
sorry guys.
Yes, thank you for clarifying.
So she couldn't meet with you because she was meeting Justin, right?
That is what she said.
And you said there was some sort of gathering at Hunter's house?
Yes,
And that was a social gathering with swimming and drinking, right?
that is incorrect.
Was there swimming?
No, Mr. Grado.
Was there drinking?
Also no.
And it was you, Katrina, and Justin and his sister and Hunter, right?
Correct.
Now, you said that you saw her drive by the house,
Yes,
and so it's fair to say that she would have been able to recognize some or all of the vehicles, right?
yes,
And going by the house is a route that would take her to the north end of a common, right?
That's the only way.
Yes, it's near there, correct.
Nothing further.
Okay, don't ever speak to Mr. Bradle in that fashion again. I'm sorry, Michelle. Ew. Now, how crazy. She's like, she needed Justin. Did she need Justin? Did she meet Justin? What is happening? Now it's my computer is doing its own thing. Okay, no worries. Yeah, listen, Jesus, take the wheel. And also, may the gods of desktops, computers become one with me. Can I get the spirit of like Pocahontas to paint with the colors of the wind and to give me all the Wi-Fi directly into an Ethernet cable and make me understand how to use StreamYard? Okay. So, all right, she's up there. I don't like it. I don't like it. And you're going to need to clarify that for me. Is he? Babe, is he needed or meeting? Kind of two different things. And also, bitch, you said it. He didn't. He was like, wait, did you say she was meeting or needing? Awkward. Why are you so defensive? Como se dice, bitch face? Enough. Right? Like, no need. Good morning. Oh. And Kylie says she's definitely boinking him. Boinking who? Who we boinking? Who's she boinking? Not like it matters. Listen, Jesus, for me, of all people, don't talk about who's anyone's boinking. End up on a stream. End up having somebody do streams about you. Facts. Okay. Oh, the alien. Oh, a lion. Oh. Wait. Michelle is born. Well, all right. I won't even. Is she? That's scandal. Rude. Makes sense why she would get up there with such little ants in her pants, though, right? I don't know. Okay. Well, I thought she sucked. I'll just say that out loud. And then here's a guy who had me all the way fucked up. All the way fucked up. His name is Officer Houston. Because I'm conflicted, babes. I'm having mixed feelings. I'm having mixed drinks about my emotions on him. Because when Kelsey gets up, she tells us that actually, when I thought Nunan was the closest to her, come to find out, nope, you're wrong. You're wrong, Kimberly Jean. It was Houston who was her pal. And then if I go back and I listen to his testimony, I think you could see it. I think you could actually see it in him where he feels bad, right? I don't know. Houston, we do have a problem, and it is you. LML bun bun. My gal. Oh.
It was she pulled a gun on me, or she pointed a gun, wrapped the trigger, etc. So if you can have them clarify.
Sure. What statement did you hear when you ran up the stairs the first time?
So she pointed the gun at me. I'm speaking from Officer Noonan's perspective. Pointed the gun.
I can't hear.
She pointed the gun at Officer Noonan, pulled the trigger, and then racked the slide.
All right, and there's an objection to that coming in for truth of the matter?
He really didn't. Marissa, Marissa, I'm sorry I keep picking your comments. I am not amazing at this, we know. He didn't really want to be there. I don't know. And he had given the conflicting statements. And Judge Karp is like, well, which one is it? Which one? Because that matters. And what he wrote down is differing from what he recalled at first. So I think he was trying to help out Nunan, but he also was trying to help Kelsey by, I think, telling the truth. And then he got tripped up. He's got a flask in his jacket. Oh, Caitlin Ann said, I feel like he may be one of the whistleblowers about Nunan. Wouldn't that be something? About Nunan working those details while he was out on critical incident leave. Guys, he might be. I don't think he was a bad guy. I think he was put in a bad spot. And sometimes, babes, it is easier for us to say how we would react because we're not in the circumstance at the same time. You know, hindsight is always 20/20. And I feel, I don't know, I get a vibe on people, right? So do you. I don't get a vibe that this is a bad dude. I don't know. That's just me. So Houston was the closest to Kelsey, she recalled. And he just wanted to make sure that Justin wasn't in the house. He was going downstairs because he was like, shit, I want to help Kelsey. I don't want Justin in the house. That's actually probably not even protocol. What the fuck are we doing in the first place? But yeah, let me try to de-escalate. So he's actually doing the damn thing. And Nunan is upstairs still, allegedly, with Kelsey. And we find out that the reason Kelsey gave her baby to Nunan, not to Houston, who was her closer friend, was that Nunan had children and Houston doesn't. So she goes, maybe I trusted all three of them, Daly, Houston, and Nunan. But she said, you know, maybe I was thinking in the moment, I knew that Nunan had kids. So it might have been a little bit easier for him to comfort my son. And I was like, well, that makes sense, baby. And this is only available by name. This is the only available name. Says he also clarified that this is what Nunan said, not what he said or thought. He didn't want to say it. Very, very good. Very good take on that, babe. He's like, I'm talking from Nunan's perspective, what he said, not what I heard. Dakota Girl says, Nurse Kim, do you think that he was angry because of the situation that Justin may have put them all in? Does that make any sense? Do I think that he was angry because of the situation that Justin may have put them all in? No, that makes sense. I think that at the end, we find out during cross-examination of Kelsey that the prosecutor doesn't even bring up the shooting of Nunan. Doesn't bring up how she held the gun, doesn't bring up any of it. He says to her in the final question, you're mad at Justin. And she's like, what? She's like, yeah, we were in an argument. And yes, I was not thrilled with him, but what does that have to do with Nunan? Therefore, ergo, why would she have tried to shoot Nunan when she didn't even know that Justin was in the house? And when Nunan said that he thought she was trying to get through him to get downstairs and unalive Justin, that was a bridge too far. That was where I knew he was in a different solar system. Guys, he had left the Milky Way. I said, this motherfucker. He was not making sense. You had multiple witnesses say that Kelsey heard a female's voice. A female's voice. Who is that? It's not my mother. Right? Okay, I'm going to play this. This is Kelsey up on the stand. I don't know which one this is, but we're going to go with it.
You're taking all the information in?
In every call, yes. Sure. Yeah.
Well, domestic violence call in particular. You don't agree with me?
No, I do. I agree with you on every call. A heightened sense of awareness is key to being a police officer. So domestic car accident, anything. We go to work in a bulletproof vest.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah, we have
And so
to.
When you go to a domestic call, we talked, or you talked, you try to separate people, right?
Yes.
Because if they come together or you can see each other sometimes, bad things can happen. Right?
Yes.
And so when you walk into a domestic violence situation, or any situation, right? Your first order of business is to keep everybody safe. Fair to say?
Yes.
The people who called, right?
Yes.
Yourself.
Yes.
If you have a partner, your partner.
Yep, the other officers, yep.
If there are family members there, you want to keep them safe. True?
Yes, police officer, your job is to keep everyone, including yourself, safe.
If there are children, you want to keep them safe.
Everybody.
Okay. So, and if you think there are guns in the house, that is a particularly serious concern for you also, right?
Yes.
For your safety,
Yes.
your partner's safety.
Is that it? Oh, Jesus. All right. In every call we go to, we have to keep everyone safe, period, point blank. Kelsey also says, hey guys, funny story is you would never typically put, if there was a domestic situation, the plaintiff and defendant together, ever. You separate and question. You know what I was actually thinking about? Like Gabby Petito. You remember seeing that body cam? Oh, and I just remember how calm Brian Laundrie was and how like visibly shaken Gabby was and saying that she was sorry. And if you come to that scene and you don't know like signs of covert abuse, narcissism, gaslighting, he's like, oh God, she's crazy. I love her, but she's crazy. You know, she hit me. Not the reactive abuse because of what it precipitated prior. The cycle and the taking of blame that one partner sometimes ends up agreeing with. Yeah, Val, you saw that. You thought that too? Okay, let's see. Next. I don't know what I did here either. God, I have to name clips better.
Stuff, and we're not going to get into it, but stuff that happened that weekend before, that Saturday night, that would have given you some inkling that something was wrong, right?
I was aware me and Justin were in an argument. I was aware the second I woke up in the morning. That's why we were planning to meet.
So it wasn't a surprise that there was some strife between you and him at that point.
No, I knew that. I'm saying I was more surprised about being ditched at the Common and the police involvement. Those were
the police had come to your house on that Sunday to check on you, correct?
I got accused of...
I'm not asking what you were accused of.
They came to see if I was okay. They thought I was in a car accident. I was never in a car accident.
Okay. But they came to you because they were concerned about you, right?
They thought I was in a car accident.
Okay. And on the Monday...
Somebody told them that.
On the Monday... Well, okay, we'll get back to that. Okay.
Now, I want to know more. I want to know more. We never found out what happened where the cops were called to the house and told that Kelsey was in a car accident. Someone told them that? Huh. It didn't come out because, Gubertos, he didn't actually go back to it because he didn't challenge or go back to anything. But I need to know. Can you imagine the cops coming to your house and saying, oh, we're checking on you because you've been in a motor vehicle accident, an MVA? Get out. Wait, what is this? Emily C. It's in the CIC? Okay, what does it say, babe? Tell me. I want to know all the things. Okay. Now, and when we're going back to her knowing and being aware that Justin and her were in a jam, but never expecting the police to show up, police involvement. And as she sees her life unfold, she hands her baby over. Nunan has a bottle. He's helping to feed her baby, her 4-month-old baby. And you are kind of being walked through her thought process as she's gathering his things. You know, it was really telling to me when Lieutenant Daly or Nunan, when they were saying like he didn't need books. Caden didn't need books. Like, what was she doing? That's weird. He's 4 months old. That, as a mother, let me know that what Kelsey was feeling in that moment, that it is an eternity. 2 weeks, best case scenario, was like I don't know, 1/16 of his life or 1/8 of his entire life. So that is what she was thinking about, is that it was an eternity and that he needed someone to read books to him. And they were making it out to be that she's just rando and putting shit together that like doesn't make sense because she's not calm and she's not rational, but she's following every order and every command that you requested of her. And as this is unfolding in Kelsey's mind, you can see, I mean, of course, terrible that the thought went to like, well, F it, I have to check out. I'm so glad that she didn't check out. But you could see how now this man who I loved has betrayed me to the nth degree. I am going to have ramifications, if not lose my job. You're taking my baby from me. And everything that transpired on June 30th, 2025 was a direct reaction to the RO, the emergency order obtained in Lawrence Family Court. All roads lead back to Justin. Like in Karen's case, we say all roads lead back to Tully. In my opinion, in Kelsey's case, all roads lead back to Justin. Nothing happens if not for that fake RO that was granted. And also, Kelsey asked for the affidavit, and Daly didn't have it. So now you have no idea what is even being alleged about you. And you're taking my baby? You put my fucking dog? I'm sorry. You taking Keno? I think the fuck not. Not today, Satan. Just saying. I know. Her dog. All right, now, babes, I'm going right here. What is this? Oh, well, all right, I'm gonna go here. I think. Is she? Add it. Maverick and Keno should have a play date. Oh, is it not working? Okay, I'm going to remove this. I'm removing this. Am I here? Yes. Add it. Nope. Okay, we're removing it. Don't worry, babes. we're going to have to go through this bullshit. Oh, Emily. Hi. Oh, the car accident. We have it. Emily has given it to us. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Okay. I'm just saving his draft. Okay. RE, the car accident. Follow Emily C. It's Emily C. Okay. From Cassandra's testimony in the CIC report, Cassandra is childhood friends with Officer Fitzsimmons. They have known each other from age 5. Oh. They were good friends until about 18 and have remained family friends since then. Ms. Mazzone was supposed to be an Officer Fitzsimmons' bridal party. Also, with friends like these, who needs enemies? Okay, Officer Fitzsimmons then ran out of the house and into the woods. No one knew where she was. They tried calling Officer Fitzsimmons' parents to tell them Officer Fitzsimmons was out of control, and they needed to come pick her up. Officer Fitzsimmons' parents told them that Officer Fitzsimmons was fine and they could come meet her at the house. Around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., Ms. Mazzone was scared because people were screaming and throwing things, and Officer Fitzsimmons was unpredictable. Ms. Mazzone left with Deandra and started driving back to Boston. When they left, no one knew where Officer Fitzsimmons was, but other people were handling the search for her. Oh, so you left her. Other people were handling the search of her. Oh. Okay. On the drive back, Ms. Mazzone learned that Officer Fitzsimmons had been found and was driving home with her stepbrother and sister in a black Cadillac. Relevance? I don't know. While on the highway, a car which looked like a black Cadillac sideswiped. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Emily, is this real life? Okay. While on the highway, a car which looked like a black Cadillac sideswiped Ms. Mazzone's car and almost ran her off the highway. The car sped off before they could see a license plate or any identifying details. They checked Officer Fitzsimmons' sister's location after the accident, and she was a few minutes ahead of them on the highway. Ms. Mazzone stated she did not want to make assumptions about who was driving the car that sideswiped them. Ms. Mazzone did not have any contact with Officer Fitzsimmons or her siblings from that point forward. So you never spoke to your friend again after this night? Okay. Ms. Mazzone stated that Officer Fitzsimmons struggled with mental health issues, aggression, and alcohol abuse previously. These issues were especially apparent in high school. You fucking bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is there any girls in the chat, any women that maybe could relate to going to Flaggies, drinking in the woods when you were in high school? I don't know. I've been anxious since the womb. So maybe mental health concerns are valid. How about for when you're also hormonal, going through changes in puberty, being the most judged you have ever been in your life when you're in high school, feeling the most uncomfortable in your own skin, thinking everyone is judging you every day. You look back on those pictures, babes, and you're like, I wish, when you would call yourself fat, and you're like, oh my God, I wish I was that fat. I wish I was that skinny. Look at her. I would have hugged Kim. I would have hugged 18-year-old nurse Kim and been like, you're good. You are good. And don't be mean to yourself, Kim. Like, love you. What a bitch. I don't know. I think that is, you're gonna talk about something from over 10 years ago when, like, no offense, we've all been assholes. I got into cars with boys that I shouldn't have gotten into cars with, and just would go with my girlfriends like a dummy. Well, glad we're alive. We're going to after parties, doing whatever, drinking in a basement. Ugh. God forbid you've made a mistake in your life. Don't have a bitch named Cassandra as your friend. Okay, so anyway, Ms. Mazzone stated that these issues were especially apparent in high school. Ms. Mazzone stated that Officer Fitzsimmons punched one of Mrs. Mazzone's friend in an unwarranted attack. In high school? In high school, I threw a ruler at Jill Frediani's head. I broke a window. From the window to the wall. Till the pane fell off that, window. I was insane. I would have, metal. Fucking poor art teacher was like, Jesus. I had to go and I got in trouble. Big doings over that one. Ms. Mazzone stated that a lot of people were shocked by Officer Fitzsimmons' behavior on the night of the 28th, but they knew Officer Fitzsimmons' history. She felt this was Officer Fitzsimmons reverting back to her old ways. Oh, like for reals though, fuck all the way off. I don't care. You reported that she was in a car accident. They were checking on you because she got picked up by her stepbrother and sister, and this bitch is fabricating. You didn't see a license. You didn't see any identifying factors of this vehicle that allegedly sideswiped you. And yet the police went to Kelsey's home and thought she had been in a car accident. The plot thickens, my friends. And this will all come out in family court. Trust you me. Okay, I am going to leave that there. Thank you very much, Emily. I know, damage to their car. I don't know. Yes, we are. Babe, you know me. We are absolutely listening to the Microdots audio afterwards because this is bullshit. And it made my skin crawl. You know how, guys, when we get our spidey sense, I was full-blown spideying over this one. All right, let's just go through. I wanted to hear this one part of Judge Karp, and then we'll go into Microdots, Richie's amazing video. Is it playing? Oh, who is she? Hello? Add it. Oh, no. All right, removing it. Jesus Christmas. Technical challenges of the day. All right, we're going to play it from my phone because why wouldn't we? It is good old Judge Karp. Oh, put your face on, Waylon. Oh, is it me? Okay, right here it is.
The legality of Officer Nunan's use of force and issues regarding the custody of Katie. It is not my place to decide these issues or even mention my thoughts on them. I am thankful for this because my role has been hard enough. What has made my job especially difficult in this case is that by and large, I found the testimony of Officer Nunan and Ms. Fitzsimmons to be credible on the material and relevant points. In my experience, this is unusual and somewhat perplexing. On the one hand, Ms. Fitzsimmons credibly testified that she
Okay. So he did say he was credible and he found it perplexing. And I was like, oh, this doesn't happen. Duh.
never pointed a firearm at Officer Nunan. On the other hand, Officer Nunan testified that not only did Ms. Fitzsimmons point a gun at him, that she also pulled the trigger.
Okay. But in this part, when he says that Ms. Fitzsimmons credibly testified that she did not attempt to or point a gun at Nunan, and then he says, and Nunan testified that Kelsey Fitzsimmons did. But he doesn't say he was credible on that part.
Both agree that it happened in seconds near a narrow doorway, and the crime scene photos show that the door frame was made narrower by a clothes rack containing police uniforms that was to Officer Nunan's left. The door frame was also made, strike that, the door frame was made still narrower when Officer Nunan used it to take cover
When we used to take cover when?
his firearm. During the closing argument, the Commonwealth argued that it is scientifically and physically impossible for Ms. Fitzsimmons' story to be true because there was a bullet in the chamber, and she said that Officer Nunan shot her without her ever racking the slide after pulling the trigger. I disagree that the evidence reflected that the only way a chamber around would have been to pull the slide under those circumstances. However, even if I assume that Ms. Fitzsimmons lied about not racking the slide, it does not detract from the adamancy and credibility of her testimony that she never pointed the gun at Officer Nunan, about which he was equally as adamant that she did. Perhaps the Commonwealth could have easily met its burden if the officers had been wearing body cameras.
Duh.
But under these circumstances, I am left with a reasonable doubt, and I am duty-bound to find that the Commonwealth has not met its burden to prove that Ms. Fitzsimmons committed an assault by means of a dangerous weapon on Officer Nunan.
Son of a bitch. Sorry, guys.
Nunan, and my verdict is and must be not guilty.
Woo!
With that, I will hand the signed verdict slip.
They hand the signed verdict slip, and then there was just this still shot of Maza and Nunan, and Maza being like, "Well, ain't that a bitch? Got him. Hey, dummy. What'd you think you were doing, right? You thought you were winning?" Maza's like, "I'm having wings tonight, baby." At not the Loci, at the Kowloon with Mr. Bettero. Oh, wish I was there. Okay, so Maza is an angel. We know that. And the body cams would have clarified this, but it was a he said, she said in the end. It never has made sense, in my opinion, babes. And I feel as though Nunan's story changed. I think that it was a disservice to the Commonwealth, a disservice to every member of the community of North Andover that he was not drug tested immediately after, because that should have been policy and protocol. He was put on that critical incident leave, and then he was allowed to work details, whistle blow, possibly Houston, wink, all the things. There are too many questions. Judge Karp did the right thing, in my opinion, by saying it had to be a not guilty because there was nothing proven on Nunan's side beyond a reasonable doubt, or the Commonwealth side, rather. And I think that it was really smart. If you go back to the final fundraiser, that stream that we did with Lauren and Maza, and Ali Mata came on, and she said it's going to be interesting to see how the judge is able to write up his decision, write up the verdict. And she knew that he was going to not want to villainize North Andover PD, the prosecution, Nunan, and yet still have to find Kelsey, if you're going through the totality of the facts, not guilty. And I think Judge Karp did walk that tightrope of saying, I'm not finding fault in the officer or his use of force, because that wasn't his job as the fact finder. But he's saying you did not prove the charge against Kelsey Fitzsimmons. And that's the best outcome we could have asked for, is the application of the law in the way in which it is supposed to be done. I think Judge Karp did a good job. And people that are criticizing him or saying that he didn't make the right call, you're dumb. Like, you're dumb. Go listen to any attorney. Go listen to Peter. Go listen to Ali and Bob Mata. Go listen to our queen, attorney Melanie Little. Brother counsel. Give me another attorney. Mr. David Yannetti, our bowl of spaghetti. Any attorney would say that, like, this was the correct application and the correct outcome, in my opinion. And Coffee Cake 701 says, I think the judge did a very lovely, eloquent speech at the end. Basically, he said, this is Justin's fault. Well, welcome, Judge Karp. We've said that. Hold, please. Michael, remove all clips from the back, please. And you. Muzzle. Okay. That girl, AJ, says, wait, was Nunan suspected to have been on drugs? So I don't know. But afterwards, what I'll tell you is this, is that he went out on critical instant leave twice. And then one time, babe, he went AWOL. And they went to his house, like damn near almost a wellness check, right? And he says, I was on Flexeril. He's like, oh, listen, I took Flexeril and I apparently couldn't find myself. I found myself passed out and didn't go to work, although I've been a cop for over 20 years. And like, I'm on the SWAT team. I started out in North Andover. I was in Lawrence in a city doing, like, he had specific ways that he would cope. And he had a guy that he would call. And you're going to tell me you were on Flexeril and the Flexeril took you out? I don't know. I think that the policy and procedure is to be drug tested. You should be after anytime there's been an officer involved shooting. Get a hair follicle test. Or go pee in a cup. I don't give a shit what you do. But there is admission of allegedly him on the Flexeril the day that Flexeril when he went AWOL. I just find it like, listen, and maybe he's sensitive. I'm highly sensitive to medication, and I'll have like a paradoxical effect with certain things. Like with Benadryl, babes, I'm a person who I don't fall asleep. Like I am unwell. My heart's pounding out of my chest. Like, I feel like I'm like jumping out of my skin when I take Benadryl. So I don't do it. But, most people are like, huh, passing out, you're falling asleep. But maybe he's sensitive. But if you had a script and you'd been taking this or you took it as ordered, it shouldn't be knocking you out to the point where you're missing shifts at work. Like it's it's not a scheduled narcotic. It's a muscle relaxer. Is it a schedule? It's not scheduled. I know it's not. Stop it. Let me just look it up because God forbid I'm wrong. I know it's not, but I'm checking it. I want to see the classification. Flexeril. Classification. Yeah. Okay. So cyclobenzaprine, Flexeril, is a central acting skeletal muscle relaxant. Ba-ba-da-beep-ba-ba. It's not a controlled substance. Knew it, said it, we knew it. It's structurally related to a tricyclic. Muscle relaxant, CNS depressant, used for short-term 2 to 3 weeks treatment of acute, painful musculoskeletal conditions, often paired with rest and physical therapy. Common side effects: drowsiness, dizziness, dry mouth, or fatigue. Well, yeah, great. Oh, and it says Flexeril is not an opiate, which we knew, but it does have a low to moderate risk of abuse. Okay. Oh, babe, I'm sorry. Good citizen in Weymouth's like, Jesus Christ, I've been on it for 2 years. Yeah, yeah. I hope it helps you. All right, let's listen to the last thing before we go. Richie Keogh, AKA Microdots. I don't know why I just said his full government name. I apologize. Is incredible. He put together a video that is going to need to be used, and I'm sure will be used in family court. But we talked about today reactive abuse. We talked about seeing Kelsey. I was so impressed by her cross. It's impressive to see someone that you're not defensive. She was told by all accounts, Kelsey listened and did what the officers asked of her. She complied. She got upset, she cried, but then she calmed down. She gathered things for her son. And unfortunately, she had a lapse in judgment and thought that if you're taking everything, if everything is taken from me, then I have nothing left and nothing left to live for. And I'm so grateful that even after she wasn't able to complete the mission that she thought she wanted at that time, but that what absolutely could have ended her life, the gunshot wound to her chest at the hands of Officer Nunan, that didn't take her either. But look at what she was really dealing with. Like, you never know what goes on behind closed doors, right? Well, let's see. And subscribe to Microdots if you're not already.
You're such a fucking terrible person. All I came up here to do is to fucking be with you and maybe fucking have any indication of fucking kissing it. Nope.
Kissing
me?
You
such
came
a
up
bad
here
person.
to yell at me.
Came up here to yell at you. You're fucking terrible.
I'm so triggered by this man trying to be like, hey, I just wanted to kiss you. I came over here because I wanted to kiss you. Oh, stop it. Gag reflex. Insanity.
Yell at you?
Thank you. You did come out here to yell at me. That's
No.
exactly what you came here to do.
Sure. Can you put the light on, please, so I get the fuck out of here?
You fell over in the bathtub. You fell over up the stairs, and you're embarrassed. And I called you out on it because I just want you to go to bed and wake up in the morning and go to your training. But all you want to do is insult me. So thank you. That's like super fucking nice. I'm sitting here rocking our baby, and you say,
Kelsey,
oh.
shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Nicole. I'm better than that. I usually do. Lovey, this might be difficult for people to hear. It does contain verbal abuse, gaslighting, definitely reactive abuse. And you can see that the escalation and where this starts and how Justin behaves is difficult. And if you've ever been in a situation or you know somebody that's been in a situation, this may be a little bit too much. I think this is how long? It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So if it's too much, I totally understand. So bop back in afterwards, okay? Love your faces. I'm sorry.
Still have our little baby in my arms.
Yep.
And she's
I know.
holding their
Right,
baby.
that's the first time of me yelling, but only the 10th or 12th time of you doing that.
No, this is not the first time of
Please
you.
put the lid on, 'cause I am out of here. I'm not doing this. I'm leaving. Please put the lid on that you just had.
You're leaving after I just got you to maybe lay down and be able to go to your training.
Good for you.
Like not be drunk and go to
no,
your
that's
training.
fine. I
Yo, what? Like I don't understand.
Can you put this on, please?
What on, dude? Like what is going on?
I will say that for baby Caden to not really wail, that Kelsey was able to keep her composure and that she was able to regulate while she was holding him, because our babies feel everything. Okay. And yes, he did whine and it broke my heart, but she kept as calm and as cool as I have ever seen. And I'll tell you what, she's better than I, because I wouldn't have been that calm at all.
The middle of the night, you're fucking freaking out. I don't get this. I do not get this at all. You fell in the shower, you slammed your head. You fell in the room, you slammed your head. You came up here, you start freaking the fuck out, saying you're all done, you want to go home. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, my baby.
Like, seriously, what are you doing? What is the point in all of this?
So
what are you
appreciate
doing?
Thank you very much, Kelsey. You have said a lot, and you have been very, very helpful.
I've said little to nothing. All I've said is I want you to lay down and go to bed so you can go to your training in the morning and not have an issue.
You know what? You are fucking brutal.
Okay.
Oh, isn't she fucking brutal? I'm going to tell you this. In one of the court documents that we read, do you remember where it said he fell up the stairs? He fell in the living room. It was on Mother's Day, 2025. Do you remember? Fridge acid, Mother's Day ruining. And did he have training? If Mother's Day is always Sunday, was this Monday he had training and he was this sloppy and ruining her Mother's Day? I don't know, but I'm just saying, I know it was clearly before June 30th of 2025.
I'm fucking brutal because I want you to lay down, go to bed, relax, go to your training in the morning, and be normal.
Yep.
Right?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know if like you're like pretending to agree with me or.
Yep. No, absolutely.
Please don't fall down the stairs. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm so fucking nervous right now. I'm so fucking nervous right now.
Taken from Kelsey is now available to members. Visit patreon.com/microdots.
Duh, we will. All right, babes. That's a lot. To anyone who had to come back afterwards, I love your faces. I'm sorry, but I think that conversation shows a lot. And it's not like, again, babes, we have to use our context clues and who we are and what we know, right? We got to Blues Clues this motherfucker. And you have to say to yourself, okay, Kelsey is not pulling a Amber Heard. Because you remember when Amber Heard would videotape Johnny Depp with the mega pint or whatever, and she was trying to get a reaction out of him. And you could see it of like him flipping the fuck out, but only in response to her being like antagonizing him. This to me is none of that. I see none of that. I hear none of that. And all I hear is her being like, babe, I just wanted you to come to bed so that you could go to work tomorrow. And if everybody's asking when this is, I believe that this audio is from Mother's Day, Kelsey's first Mother's Day. Because this was in this kind of, well, unless he's fallen down drunk everywhere all the time, which, can't rule it out. This was specifically mentioned in court documents, along with the fridge acid, the cooking wine at the firehouse when that affidavit came out. So, calling her brutal when she's quite literally trying to de-escalate the situation. I'm Irish and Italian. I would be like, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? Because if you want to go low, I'm going to hell. And I like to believe that I'm trying to heal, but trying to heal. But that is very good work. And of course, you don't want to argue. Like you don't want to argue, and you don't want to argue when you're holding your baby, but he's doing all of that right in front of their baby. Yet, and this is Mother's Day is in May. So at the end of June, he ends up getting an RO that causes all of this all of the dominoes fall because of Justin seeking that in family court on June 30th. But a month before, you're swearing at, falling, and under the influence of drugs or alcohol in front of your 3-month-old? Ew. Ew. So when we say that everything is not what it appears to be, keep your eyes open, lovies. Stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And I support Kelsey. I'm so thrilled that Judge Karp came to the ruling in which he did yesterday. He did justice. And we pray for Kelsey as she now faces the next chapter of her battle. And we'll be there. If she would like us to be there, we will be there with her. Because no one, no mother, no woman deserves the abuse, the damage to her credibility, the damage to her life that has been done can never be completely undone. So we walk with her until she is made whole. All right. I love your faces. I've got to go, babes. I got to go to a freaking morning meeting. Chastity Danielle, thank you so much. I love your face for becoming a consensual Nurse Kim member at this crazy house. Music to my soul. Did you see Maza was seated by Nunan? Awkward. Babe, I did. I most certainly did. And I think Maza probably liked it. I think Maza was probably like, hey, Nunan, don't be a dick. And Mark Cunningham, my mod, has been a member for 6 months. And he said to cops, let's go get that GPOS if so. That giant piece of shit? What's the GPOS? Or GPS? All right, DM me. And Oh, yay, it's Kristen. Appreciates me. Hey, it's Kristen. I appreciate you. Prince of Wales says Kelsey's testimony had the ring of truth, which hasn't been heard much in Massachusetts since the Liberty Bell cracked. I like that. And Erica has been a member for 13 months, over a year at Nurse Kim's house. Nunan looks like Papa Smurf. Thank you. You crack me up. Papa Smurf. That is interesting. I'm going to do that one too. Iceman cometh. Thank you so much, Levy. Says, Kim, it's such BS. Not only do they allow Justin there for the RO, but Kelsey says guns are in the basement and they allow Justin to go in the basement. No shit. No shit, Iceman. Like, he goes into the basement. They don't clear. I'll never get over the fact that they're like, oh, Kelsey could have been sectioned. Kelsey was damaged, and this was going to be so problematic. Yet they quite literally didn't even go to secure or sweep the house before they sat down and did everything else and allowed her to pack a bag. You should have secured all of the guns. Everything should have been followed if you thought she was a danger to herself or others. That's insane. And also, fuck you, Justin, for getting your guns the day before and leaving your baby that you then said you were fearing for his life the next day. You're a lying sack of shit, period, in my opinion. And to a curious law tuber, thank you so much for gifting 5 non-consensual Nurse Kim memberships. And to Flowowski, he was like that out of guilt from his affair. He was acting that way, probably because what do men do most? Gaslight you. What do? Project. When they're doing something, they're going to tell you it's you. All right. That's it, Levies. I'll be back Sunday with Mr. Betterow, and maybe let's do a tomorrow show. I love everything about you. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Great job on the news.
Thank you.
We will, Courtney and I will share what happened when we went to dinner last night, Sunday dinner coming up. And as